What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC Comics Solicitations discussions videos. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the full October 2023 DC Comics Solicitations, Gotham War, Godzilla. Oh my! That's right. This is, honestly, October has the most exciting comic book of all time, at least in my opinion. I can't remember the last time I was ever this hyped for a particular comic book. I mean, nothing comes close to this. I mean, I'm going to get Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. I already talked about it. Like, everything else might as well just be like, just some other leftovers. I mean, there's some stuff that I also am looking forward to, but nothing like Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. This is the crossover that the world has been waiting for decades, I guess. It's the thing I never knew I was going to get, but I'm so glad I'm getting it. So, yes, some of my favorite characters of all time, all crossing over. I got Godzilla, I got Kong, I got the Justice League. I mean, look at all this stuff on my channel. How much stuff Godzilla related and DC Comics related do I cover? An awful lot of it. I mean, I cover some other stuff too, but like in terms of comic book reviews, it's pretty much the main cup of tea. But yes, look at this. Look at these cover arts. Oh, look at it. This one I think might be my favorite. Look at the style. Look at all that. Dr. Fate's going to be involved. Atlanteans. Poor Kong just kind of feels like a bit of an afterthought. Because, like, the main thing is, like, they want to see Godzilla fight. And then, you know, Kong's going to be in there. Kong's going to be in there, too. So, and look at that. Is Batman going to get in a giant mech and fight Godzilla? I don't know. Like, I'm just so giddy and excited for this one particular event. I think it's going to be awesome. And look at Jim Lee doing this. Like, come on, y'all. This is what we need. Look at this cover right here. Boom, boom, boom. Batman trying to save people. Godzilla wrecking havoc. I like the concept that Godzilla has just... And here's a Dan Mora cover art. I like it that the fact that Godzilla has, in essence, like, wherever he shows up, he knows there's, like, an imbalance. He's like, all right, I'm going to get this shit cleaned up. Like, he just storms into a universe that's not even his. He's like, something's wrong. I'm taking charge. It's my way. I'm restoring order. Don't matter. Because, I mean, the DC universe is constantly in chaos. So bringing in Godzilla, who's literally like a god of destruction, to kind of restore balance, if you will, kind of like restore order on the planet, I think there's going to be some awesome stuff. And I'm really curious to see what Kong's role in this thing's going to be. I see he had the axe in like one thing, but him and Godzilla aren't exactly buddy-buddy at this point. But I don't know, like, this is so cool. Like, come on. How could you not be excited for this one? 40 pages. It's going to be 7 issues. I can't wait. This is going to be Comic of the Year. The cataclysmic crossover event of the year is here as the DC Universe clashes with Legendary's Monsterverse and Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Clark Kent is enjoying a night off with a very important dinner planned with his girlfriend Lois Lane. So John obviously doesn't exist in this world because he's still dating Lois Lane. When the entire city shudders under the weight of the monstrous Godzilla who emerges from the bay, what started as a routine clash between the Justice League and the Legion of Doom takes a dangerous turn when a wall between worlds is breached with Godzilla, Kong, and the Monsterverse emerging on DC's Earth. What ensues will be a brawl of unprecedented scale and destruction from acclaimed writer Brian Buccellato and Justice and best-selling artist Christian Duce, Batman, Fortnite, 0 points. Oh man, I cannot wait for this thing. But anyways, now going on to the next bit. Are Batman and Nightwing clashing for whatever reason? Oh yeah, this is the Gotham War thing. I'm just like, you know what? I'm cool with Batman and Catwoman fighting because I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. Their relationship failed. Let them fight, as Sarah Zhao would say. I'm just on a high from Godzilla and Kong and the Justice League crossing over. Like, I mean, everything else is just like extra stuff for me. But that comic book in particular, that one's going to sell gangbusters. I can tell you that. It's going to be the top selling comic book of the month for sure. Like, nothing's going to touch those numbers. People who buy the regular Batman are going to want to see it. Like, normies are going to want to see it. It's going to be epic. So Batman is on the ropes as the Gotham War heats up following the shocking betrayal. It's father versus son, teacher versus student. The knockout 4 chapters brutal war, but who is really pulling the strings of this explosive event? Thousands of years have led to this moment. Thousands of years. I mean, they haven't even been around for 100 years in Batman. Is Batman going to face off against Nightwing? Okay, that'll be a little bit interesting because we've already had Bruce and Damian in conflict. They're cool with each other, and Batman and Robin. We don't need them fighting anymore. We've had enough of that. And then you have Selina right there. Okay, God, like, I mean, the way he's drawn right here almost looks like Alfred. Like, Selina, you've been... So that's what causes them to go into conflict. So I also like, oh, it's all cutesy, but whoa, cleavage. Catwoman, number 58, written by Teenie Howard. Every general puts their plans into play as Selina Kyle's cat's cradle threatens to pull the city apart. Red Hood fundamentally changed, struggles to find his new role in this broken city. Claws fly, secrets are told, and hearts are on the line in this penultimate chapter in the Gotham War event. So I guess it's Bruce is going to fight Nightwing and Red Hood. Most likely Jason Todd, because, I mean, if anyone's going to be in conflict with Batman, it's going to be Red Hood. Batman, Catwoman, The Gotham War, Red Hood, number 2. That's a very long-ass title. Written by Matthew Rosenberg, of course, because he's writing everything Jason Todd. Batman's plan for Jason Todd backfires, but in a good way. The Red Hood prepares for the final battle of Gotham War, but what will we have left when the dust settles? All right, look at this. We're happy. Oh, ooh, there you go. There's a nice cover right there. There you go. Like, oh, she's choking him when he's driving. Bruce, come on, man. Nope, not gonna end well there. It's not gonna end in a booty call. Fighting. Batman, Catwoman, The Gotham Wars, Scorched Earth, #1, Chip Zdarsky and Teenie Howard. The final chapter of this epic crossover is here, and Batman and his family must find a way to overcome the endgame of an ancient enemy. Can the Bat and the Cat set their differences aside? Is this the end of the Bat family? Lives change forever in this action-packed conclusion. We'll see about that. What do we have here? Ooh, look at these covers right here. Boom, boom, boom. Detective Comics number 1075. As Batman races through the streets of Gotham and out of the Orgham's grasp, Bruce races through the memories in his mind as the Asthma demon tries to take hold of him, except the only thing in the demon's way is Bruce's own inner demons and Barbados. This feels kind of repetitive considering we're in Night Terrors, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Then in the backups, can Bruce's memory of Alfred consoling him as a boy be preserved from the Asthma if he takes Barbados' offer? Oh, look, Pirate Nightwing. And once again, not dealing with the Heartless fallout. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Yo ho. Yo ho, a pirate's life is not for Nightwing. When Nightwing's investigation into who left the vault under his name leads him to discover a mysterious group behind the Hold, his past comes back to haunt him in the form of the Hold's leader. Alright, maybe this will be Heartless. Well, hopefully, please? I don't know. But anyways, like I said, I'm just like, I know I keep giving that book crap, but the fact that the Heartless thing is still not resolved and it doesn't feel like they're going to for a while, I should just give up at this point bringing it up because it's just never going to end. But anyways, ooh, here we go. Yes, that's right. This is Batman and Robin, issue number 2. Look at all the various covers. Damian's got his bubble gum. This is a strange looking design. Some monsters and that. You know, look at the creature feature stuff, so. Written by Joshua Williamson, of course. Introducing Shoosh! Shoosh, please. Who does she work with? Oh, God, this is such a dumb name. Instead of Hush, we're going to have Shush. Really creative, huh? Who does she work for, and how have they turned one of Batman's greatest tools against him? Urban Jungle continues as the father and son dynamic duo are on the deadly case. But first, Damian must deal with his first day of school. Womp, womp, womp. Honestly, this is kind of the stuff I wanted to see for a while. I want to see Damian in high school trying to balance his normal life with superhero life. I feel like we don't really have that in the main DC Comics ongoing right now. I think Blue Beetle might have done that, but I haven't read that. But yeah, like I said, that's the stuff I want to see. Kind of take some Batman Beyond elements with Terry McGinnis and that. But having Damian in high school, and I heard he's going to actually like join the soccer team. Which, Damian, come on, you can do a better sport than soccer. No offense to soccer fans, but come on, do some football. Kick some ass in something. I don't know. He'd probably he'd probably do really well in wrestling as individual. But then again, he wants to do some team building stuff, and he'd probably kick ass at soccer. But yeah, like I said, they're gonna give me my slice of life anime in like DC Comics. I mean, the Robin book was like more shonen. Now I think Williamson's gonna take influence from some slice of life with still the normal Batman comic book stuff in here. But the art and cover is gonna be done by Simone DeMeo. So we'll see how it turns out. I'm looking forward to some fun. So like I said, Damian in high school sounds like fun to me. I eat that shit up. Birds of Prey, number 2 by Kelly Thompson. Black Canary has built an all-new team with a very specific and very dangerous first mission. Extraction! Their target, she's being held on and guarded by a battalion of... Sounds simple enough, right? Well, then we're explaining it wrong. It's a terrible mission. And before it can get even launched, the birds have to gather a few mysterious supplies and some old familiar faces that they punch. Bum, 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 bum. There's Batman right there looking swole on the cover. I think this is Black Mask. Someone right here. Batman, the Brave and the Bold, number 6. By the way, Renfield's a good movie. Just saying. Written by all these different people right here. Gillian March writes and draws a poignant, heartfelt tale of redemption. And back to year 1, the shocking final chapter of Stormwatch has arrived from Ed Brisson and Jeff Spokes. What secret has director Bones been withholding from the team all this time? Amelia Harcourt returns from the dead. A mystery unfolds, courtesy of Rob Williams. Oh. And Stefano Lina. Plus, No Hard's Barred story of Batman from Colin Kelly, Jackson Lanzing, and Jorge Molina in their first Batman Black and White story. So, okay. So, that's something that's going on right here. I haven't been reading Brave and the Bold at all. I think I might check it out, because, like, now that Night Terrors is on a bit of a break, I can check this thing out, because it's only issue number 6, so I'll be all caught up in time. Alright, so what do we have here? Looks like the Penguin. The Penguin. Number 3, written by Thomas King. The Penguin knows that to return in power to Gotham City, he's going to need a crew that's not based in the city, caught up in Gotham Wars, so he makes a play for a surprising group. Enter the Force of July. Interesting. Harley Quinn. Is that Lola Bunny? Okay. So Harley's still got her ongoing. Written by Teenie Howard, who's also doing Catwoman. Big ears, even bigger feet, big cartoon peepers. I know that dame anywhere. It was me, and I was dead and dangle bunny rabbit. Oh no, not again. As if moonlighting as a community college professor wasn't time-consuming enough, I decided to dip my pinky toes into the metaphysical private investigation game, all while babysitting a literal princess. Good thing I'm not at all stressed about my life. Well, that just sounds really weird. Plus, get ready for a special Halloween story cooked up by my pals Gretchen Felker Martin and Hayden Sherman that's sure to make your skin crawl so hard it tears itself right off your body. And you have Poison Ivy right here. G. Willow Wilson. Ivy comes face to face with the mysterious, uncanny Peter Undine in his bizarre labyrinth deep within the heart of Gotham City. Can Pamela easily survive their confrontation and navigate Undine's treacherous world, or will Ivy be consumed and left forever changed? Meanwhile, Croc goes sightseeing. Wesley Dodds, the Sandman. Okay, so this is kind of the spin-off of Night Terrors because he was kind of brought back to life in one of the issues here. No one escapes the Sandman's dark dreams, not even Wesley Dodd himself. After years of testing and experimentation, Wesley perfected his sleep gas and the optimal weapon to fight crime without causing undue harm. But with his journal detailing all his failed and far more deadly formulas to stolen, the Sandman must hunt down the thief and the people in the shadows pulling the strings before the contents of the journal are released. Jay Garrick, The Flash. Oh, thank goodness Jeremy Adams is writing some Flash stuff again. This is good. The Flash #1. Spinning out the events of Stargirl, The Lost Children, and Justice Society of America, Jay Garrick is reunited with his long-lost daughter, Judy. After being pulled from the timeline, Judy returns to a world where she and her dad aren't the only ones that ride the lightning. But is there enough space for her in Jay and Joan's life, and can they keep up with their teenage daughter and make up for lost time? Alan Scott, The Green Lantern #1, written by, Tim Sheridan. Issue 106. Alan Scott's early days as the Green Lantern are seen in a new light. The Green Lantern is the most powerful member of the JSA, beloved by all America, but his personal life is a well-kept secret. A story about love, about fear, and most of all about courage to stand up to that fear. Alan Scott's past is the key to his future when the Red Lantern appears, ready to strike down the mighty Green Lantern. Okay, so I know where that story's going to go. Amazon's Attack, #1, by Joe C. Campbell. After the shocking events in Wonder Woman, the Amazons are now fighting for a world that no longer wants them. Led by their fearless Queen Nubia, a ragtag group of Amazons featuring Wonder Girl and Faruka II frantically searches for answers as their existence and way of life are threatened. Will the tribe survive their new reputation? Find out today in this roller coaster of a debut issue. Brought to you by Rising Stars, Josie Campbell, new champions of Shazam, and Vasco Georgiev. The series promises to be an action-packed adventure featuring the greatest warrior woman in the DCU. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman #2 by Tom King and Josie Campbell. I think she did the Night Terrors Wonder Woman story. It actually did pretty good. An army of one. Now a wanted fugitive, Wonder Woman readies herself for a battle against Commander Steel and the soldiers, her former love Steve Trevor being one of them. What could this face-off mean for her position in the world of heroes? Will it further her quest to the truth about the rogue Amazon and bloodshed? Find out this demigoddess takes an entire army, plus the prelude to Amazon's Attack. Some Flash-related stuff, some crazy images. The Flash, #2, written by Cy Spurrier. As Wally West faces massively powered up old foes, as well as new mysterious being, he encounters a group of alien explorers who are very interested in Wally's powers, which continue to glitch. As also something seems to be literally bubbling up in Keystone City as the new era for the Scarlet Speedster continues. New character debut, The Stillness. There's Superman right there. Superman #7/850. Okay. Superman 850 is special oversized. You know what? Is it really 850? When they do all this stuff, it gets really confusing because they have Superman 1 through this, and then Superman this, and then they have annuals. Does it really count as 850? At least Action Comics and Detective Comics have that, that vibe where it's just like, oh, this is really this, but they don't count annuals? I don't know how that works. A special oversized issue celebrating Superman is Super Legacy. Since the start of Superman #1 and Dawn of DC, a mystery has been brewing in Metropolis. Now that the mystery secrets are unleashed with the startling revelations that set up a massive story in 2024, oh god, I pray that it's not going to be a 500-issue event like Night Terrors. The chain continues as Superman battles against an overpowered new menace who wants to destroy Metropolis. Superman has to decide if he's willing to follow Lex's tragic orders to take the chain down. And Lex Luthor is visited by a blast from his past and will impact his future forever. So we know Lex is going to survive now. Action Comics #1058, written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, Jun-Lin Lang, and Greg Kahn. So this is like multiple stuff going on in here. Superman vs. Clark Kent, when the mysterious young Dora Stone drains Superman's strength and unleashes an imposter tyrant Superman on Metropolis. In his place, a powerless Clark Kent is forced to face the monster alone. Who is Nora Stone, and can Clark protect his identity while fighting this impossible battle? Featuring Jun-Lin Yang, Victor, and Superman of China. Okay. Supergirl Special #1 by Mariko Tamaki. Let's see this one. After joining the Superman family and their heroic efforts in Metropolis, Kara thought she had found her place in this world. But there's only room in town for one Supergirl, and Power Girl's sudden reappearance has made her redundant. Her identity and role are both in question as she looks for answers. Will he lead her out of the city or out of this world? Find out as the critically acclaimed writer Mariko Tamaki, Supergirl being super, returns to the Maid of Might with the help of Skylar Partridge. Okay, we'll see how this one turns out. I mean, I was kind of mixed on the Detective Comics run she did wasn't half bad. She also did that Starfire book that nobody really liked. So I hope it's good though. I wish her luck. I want this to be good, but we shall see. Look at this artwork here. This is really good. This must be my favorite, most consistently good series right now at DC. Yes, it is. It's Batman Superman World's Finest, issue #20, written of course by Mark Waid. The return of Boy Thunder to find and save Superman's former protege. The World's Finest duo bridges the dimensional gulf between their world and Earth with jaded Superman and a broken Batman and a war-hungry Wonder Woman. The world of Kingdom Come. So he is crossing over with Kingdom Come. So this should actually be pretty interesting. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Kingdom Come is a very famous story, and we'll see how it all like meshes together. Oh, there's Power Girl right there. As you can tell, she's got her massive cleavage. Yep, definitely there. Written by Leah Williams. Road trip. As a Kryptonian virus rapidly spreads along the coast, Power Girl departs Metropolis looking to redeem herself for her catastrophic mistakes. It's not easy being a part of the super family, but Paige has never let the pressure get to her before. She just needs something to punch, and she's found her target, and a space pirate and a hater of all who hail from Krypton, Amalak. There's Billy Batson right there with some flowers. Shazam, #4. Written by Mark Waid. Shadiness, hatefulness, arrogance, zeal, anger, malice. These are the new powers of Shazam, and if Billy doesn't find a way to get them under control, the lives of everyone around him will forever be destroyed. Looks like we have Steelworks, issue #5. The heroes brace for impact as a startling new weapon emerges from the deep beneath Hobbs Bay to wreak havoc on Metropolis. As the fight for the future of the city nears its shocking final showdown, Steel and Superwoman's combined powers and their engagement will be tested like never before. Then it looks like we have Hawkgirl, issue #4 by Jedzia Axelrod. I think that's how you pronounce it, issue 4/6. Hawkgirl and Galaxy were looking forward to taking a break from superheroics for a fun afternoon, but Vulpecula isn't about to let that happen. Probably puts the entire city of Metropolis in danger. Steel and Supergirl on hand to join in the fight, but can our high-flying heroine handle a gigantic fire-breathing dragon? There's Amanda Waller. Looks like Garfield Logan right there. The Titans, Cyborg, Amanda Waller. Yeah, I heard Beast Boy is apparently going to become like a full-fledged villain or something in like an upcoming storyline that they announced at Comic-Con, or he's going to become like Starro or Garro, which sounds really weird. There's a storm coming for the Titans. Brother Eternity continues to gain power as he toes the line between supervillain and well-meaning philanthropist. Can the team discover his dark secrets before the world falls under his spell? Plus, Beast Boy's mission to Borneo gains the unwanted attention of one of the most dangerous players in the DCU, Amanda Waller, that bitch. Cyborg, issue #4. It's an AI uprising. Cyborg has his hands busy as Solicitations runs rampant in the streets of Detroit. Is CEO Marcus Wilcox seething with resentment at Victor Stone's rejection of his vision behind this, or is something or someone more sinister at play? Okay, looks like another Mark Waid book right here. World's Finest, Teen Titans, issue #4. I'm not sure how long the series is going to go on for. Breaking up is super hard to do. America's sweetest situationship breaks hearts, including Aqualad and Wonder Girl's own. When Garth realizes a part of him isn't fully in it with Donna, to heal the wounds, Wally invites Garth and Roy to a sleepover at his folks' home, where Aqualad opens up about his fluid sexuality. Meanwhile, Mal assists Bumblebee in an unexpected battle, giving him the taste of the Teen Titan he could be. Okay. There we go. We have Gar right here. Tales of the Titans, issue #4 of 4, so this will be the last thing. I covered the first issue with Starfire. It was nice to get a Starfire-focused story. It wasn't half bad. Like I said, there's still room for improvement, particularly the art style for Raven, which looked horrifying. But it wasn't half bad. It was nice to get something there. Beast Boy barely survived the events of Dark Crisis, suffering a brutal attack from Deathstroke and losing an eye all in the process. With his confidence weakened, he's been unable to hold the shape of the large and mighty animals that define him as a hero, but when scientists with nothing to lose needs Beast Boy's powers for terrifying ends, Gar will have to face what truly makes him special and save his own life in the process. The events of this issue set up the next big DCU epic. Do not miss. I think this is how we explain how he fixes his eye, or whatever it is. So, yeah, so let's go, what's next? Looks like Green Lantern right here. Green Lantern number 4, written by Jeremy Adams and Peter J. Tomasi. After Sinestro's attack on Ferris Air, Hal calls in a fast friend for help. The brave and the bold duo come one step closer to uncovering the mystery of Sinestro's plans, all while Hal continues to figure out what it means to be the only Green Lantern on Earth. Plus, meet the all-new character Sinison, the first installment of Prelude Story to the upcoming Sinister Sons by Peter J. Tomasi. Oh, Tomasi's coming back. There we go. That's what I'm talking. I remember, like, when I spoke with him at Comic-Con, he was talking about potentially doing something. I guess this is what it's going to be. So, Sin Sun, the Sinister Sons. Okay, that sounds interesting. I have no idea what it's going to be, but you know what? I'm all for it. Let's read the Sinister Sons, and then they can meet the Super Sons and all that. Green Lantern, War Journal number 2 by Philip Kennedy Johnson. As John Stewart travels to Metropolis to meet with Steel Works, the Radiant Dead have claimed their first victim on Earth-Zero and are ravenously hunting for John. Stripped of his ring and unaware of the danger he's in, John is caught completely unprepared to face this otherworldly horror and to unshroud the shocking identity of the Revenant Queen. Okay, looks like Blue Beetle, issue number 2 by Josh Trujillo. We'll see how the Blue Beetle movie does. Its box office projections aren't doing the best. But then again, Barbie blew out its projections like crazy, so hopefully the movie's good. Someone is out there hunting beetles, and after the attack on Ted Kord lands him in the hospital, Jaime is on high alert and ready for a fight. But will he be ready when he comes face-to-face with the Blood Scarab? Alright, sounds like fun. Some green people right here. Fire and Ice, welcome to Smallville number 2. What's Smallville's Fight Club without any fighters? While Ice discovers the magic of community heroism, no superpowers required. Fire's latest scheme to restore their former glory brings Ambush Bug to town, but their violent attempts to at viral fame go unnoticed by the world. Could a chance encounter with Smallville's hottest bartender show Fire the light, or will the sparks that fly between them burn the town down to the ground? It's Fire we're talking about, so probably the later. I have no idea. I don't really know much about Fire and Ice, these characters. I know the elements Fire and Ice, but not much about them. Looks like Green Arrow is back. Okay, so this is issue number 5. I think it was originally supposed to be like a 6 or maybe 8 issue series, but hopefully it's sold well enough to continue. Past, present, and future Oliver Queen's fight for who gets to return home, but at what cost? Arsenal and Black Canary are joined by an unlikely ally in their hunt for Amanda Waller, and they uncover a large piece of the Dawn of DC puzzle. Looks like Doom Patrol right here. Best friends. Unstoppable Doom Patrol, issue number 7 of 7. Okay, so this is the end of this series. Generally, Mortis stands victorious against the Doom Patrol and has now set his sights on nothing less than world domination. The team's only hope for salvation is asking for help from one of their greatest enemies, but only if Immortus doesn't get to them first. Everything's been leading to the final moments, and a happy ending is not guaranteed. Well, it is Doom Patrol. Aquaman! And the Lost Kingdom Special number 1. Oh, okay. This movie is still coming out, apparently. Discover the shocking events that connect the smash hit Aquaman movie to the eagerly anticipated Aquaman of the Lost Kingdom. Aquaman balances his duties as king and as a member of the Justice League, all while planning and wielding Black Manta in the hunt for the Atlantean tech to help rebuild his armor. Orin plots to escape his Atlantean prison. 3 action-packed tales crammed into a single special. Okay, right here. What do we got here? Return to Superman 30th Anniversary Special. Okay, that's just a special right there. Batman City of Madness number 1. Is there anything of note with the Superman special? Okay. Superman returns at the tragic events more than 30 years ago when Superman meet the end of the hands of Charles more than the loss of the greatest hero. To celebrate the reign of Superman, Superman's brought back the... Okay, for new stories set in the wake of Superman's... Okay, so it's just new stories in that. Batman City of Madness, number 1 by Christian Ward. Buried deep in Gotham City, there exists another Gotham. The Gotham below is a living nightmare populated by twisted mirrors of our Gotham's denizens, fueled by the fear and hatred flowing from above. For decades, the doorway between the cities has been sealed and heavily guarded by the Code of Owls. But now the door swings wide, and the twisted version of the Dark Knight has escaped to trap and train a Robin of his own. Batman must form an uneasy alliance with the Court and its deadly allies to stop him, and to hold back the wave of twisted supervillains, nightmarish versions of his own nemesis, each one worse than the last, that's spilling into the streets. Visionary writer-artist Christian Ward unleashes his cosmic horror take on Batman's world, in a tribute to the disturbing Dark Knight classics like Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Gothic. You'll never look at Batman's villains the same way again. You simply won't have the stomach for it, you person, you. Danger Street Volume 1. Okay, it looks like these are just some volumes right here. Dark Knights of Steel. That book's still going on, I think. Harley, DCU. I think this is pretty much it. Nothing else here. Wait. Vixen. I saw Raven on there, so that piqued my interest a little bit. Zatanna and the Ripper, Volume 2. And, yeah, I think that's... Wait, we're back? We're back again? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Batman Beyond Neo Gothic. Did I skip anything? Teen Titans Go to the Library. Okay. Batman Beyond, New Gothic number 4. Beyond the darkness and brightness always shines. Hope is at the end of the tunnel, but how much of it is real? Terry McGinnis comes face to face with his past, reliving moments of his pain and history when the Batman beneath takes from him the only people he's ever loved. Batman Beyond is forced to confront those dark moments all over again, but he won't do it alone. Kyle, the Catboy, has to face the root of his sorcery. The master magician, John Constantine, but so much time has passed since they've last seen each other, the truth will be revealed in this long, strange trip. Okay, I gotta check out Batman Beyond Neo Gothic. Sounds interesting. I like Batman Beyond. So, Batman White Knight presents Generation Joker. I have not read a single issue of White Knight at all. Beware the Batman. With his family in danger, Bruce Wayne will stop at nothing to save Jackie and Bryce as the Joker's sins from the past come to destroy the future of Gotham. Can the Dark Knight triumph once more, or is this the end in more ways than one? And then we have City Boy, issue number 6 of 6, the last issue here. City Boy versus Swamp Thing and the entire natural world itself. After discovering that City Boy's powers parallel those of Swamp Thing, Cameron isn't sure if the source of his powers should be trusted and whether he can even do a thing about it. The fate of the world relies on what he and only he can do to save it now. Then we have Danger Street number 10 by Tom King, issue 10 and 12. All the pieces come together as the Commodore finds his new light, the Creeper, just in time for the outsiders of Stormman. Will he survive the wrath? Mule Lady Cop comes a step closer to the mist of the golden helmet of fate. Okay, that's that. I haven't read any of Danger Street. Looks like another Harley Quinn. Black and White Redder number 4. So Sean Lewis, Kyle Starks. Getting tired. I'm trying to run this little marathon of all these comic books. Eisner nominee Zoe Thorngood as Harley recruits 7 girls and compete to be her sidekick, but there attempts to be Harley give a bit of identity crisis. Kyle Starks, Peacemaker, tries hard, and Chris Schweitzer reacquaint Harley with an old college friend who needs her help to get back to the mutual bully. And Sean Lewis, King Spawn, and Hayden Sherman, DC Pride 2020 take Harley into the future where an alien invasion might destroy Earth, but more importantly, interrupt her favorite show. Justice Society of America number 8. As Huntress settles into her new place in the present day, the Justice Society come face to face with the long-lost team, the Justice Society Dark. Okay, so Jeff Johns is still doing stuff, apparently. Mad Magazine, issue number 35. So yeah, like I said, I haven't really read Mad Magazine. Then we have Peacemaker here. Peacemaker Tries Hard, issue number 6 of 6, the final issue. Peacemaker took on Deathstroke, Kana, Chemo, and even the War Wheel, and can now confidently call himself a hero. But with all death and destruction in his wake, was it all worth it? More importantly, is anyone going to come to his birthday party? There you go. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Issue number 124. I still have never seen this comic in stores, but hey, it's at least $3. The Mystery Machine takes the spotlight when the gang is invited to an interview on a famous televised car show, but when a handful of vintage cars go missing from the airplane hangar garage set, Mystery Incorporated is on the case. Can the gang catch the culprit before the Mystery Machine disappears too? Spirit World, issue number 6 of 6, the final issue. Xanth, Constantine, and Batgirl realize that only one other person has defeated the monster who's been collecting spirits by taking their memories, and it's the person who's responsible for creating the Joss paper money, the original currency of the Spirit World. Haven't read Spirit World. Okay, Superman right here. Superman Lost number 7 by Christopher Priest, issue 7 of 10. Superman is confronted with the specter of his own possible future when his way home is blocked by an alternate version of himself. Meanwhile, Lois employs the nuclear option to help Clark out of his malaise by making a deal with the devil Lex Luthor. Uh-oh, Lois, what are you doing? We have the Joker right here. The Joker, the man who stopped laughing, issue number 11. I read the first Joker series, but I didn't really bother reading this one. 2 Jokers walk into a bar, and one won't be walking out. Both men who claim to be the Clown Prince of Crime are ready to end their little game, but they can't do it alone. A who's who of Gotham's worst will pick sides and decide who lives, who dies, and who gets the last laugh. Okay, and then we have this one here, The Sandman Universe, Nightmare Country, The Glass House, issue number 6 of 6. What are the consequences of our dreams and desires? The Corinthian is about to find out in this climactic clash between the immortal witch Thessaly and the Lord of Hell, Azazel, which might bring the wrath of all endless down their heads. Okay, then we have this thing here. The Vigil, issue number 6 of 6 by Ram V. Who are the Vigil? New member of the wild card file loading. Mighty Human Group. The Vigil seems to have added a 5th member to the group. Identity unknown, powers unknown, theories they were picked up from a field mission, but no other details at this time. Remember, discretion is the key. You are being watched. Stay vigilant. You are being watched. Okay, Waller versus Wildstorm, issue number 4 of 4, last issue here. Spencer Ackerman and Evan Narcissi. Jackson King has done his part, and Lois Lane has all the information she needs to take down Amanda Waller, but is she already too late? As it turns out, Waller has the powerful allies in very high places, like the orbiting satellite platform Skywatch, and they'll be the final authority on her fate. Absolute Luthor Joker 2024 edition. Arkham Maniacs issue, or 2023 edition. Looks like there's these other things. Batman Omnibus, Batman Fear State of Volume Number 5, Batman Catwoman. Oh, yes. No. For me, Batman Gotham After Midnight Deluxe Edition, Harley and Ivy, Batman Killing Time, Batman Dark Knight's Death Metal Omnibus, 968 pages. Oh, yeah, Death Metal. I wouldn't recommend that one. Dark Knight Detective, Volume 8, Chuck Dixon. Okay, so we're going old school with this one. Are we finally kind of at the end? Let's keep going. Infinite Crisis, Nubia, The Amazon, Superman, Son of Kal-El. Oh, yes, that series. Okay. Anything else? And no, that is it in terms of the comic books for this month. So, of course, pretty much there's really Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, and then there's everything else. Looking forward to World's Finest because that's been a really quality book. Looking to see how Boy Thunder comes back into the picture because I think that was my favorite arc in World's Finest. Looking forward to Batman and Robin, seeing Damian go to school. That should be fun. Even though I'm really event fatigued right now, I'll go check out Batman the Gotham War. It'll be easier to follow, I'm sure, than what's going on in like Ram V's Detective Comics run. No offense to Ram V, I think he's done some good stuff, but the whole Orgam family stuff, I'm kind of like lost and like in terms of interest and what the story is like going on with it at this point. Maybe I'll have to go back and revisit. Maybe it'll read better when I kind of read all the issues at once when things start to pick back up again post like in September, if you will. And then, like I said, there's some other things. Nightwing still haven't done anything with Heartless. That's still going to go on forever. Superman by Williamson should be pretty good as well. And I'm curious to check out that Sinister Sons thing, Green Lantern with Tomasi and all that. And there's a few other things that have some intrigue with this month. But like I said, Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, the hype on this comic for me is like next level. I can't wait to read this comic book. Like, you hear me? I can't wait to read a DC comic book. Like, I mean, it's DC and Legendary, but like I said, Godzilla, Superman, Kong, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Hawkgirl, Green Lanterns, Dr. Fate, apparently, Supergirl, like Cyborg, all these characters are going to be sharing like the page together. Like, this is like a fantasy dream come true. I get to see, I mean, years ago, there was always those rumors of like a Godzilla versus Batman movie that almost came to be, but never did. But we're finally getting Godzilla and the DC Universe and Kong all together at once. I can't wait. Like, this is just a big WTF, I can't believe this is real sort of thing. And this right here, like I said, this is my favorite like cover art right here. I love this. I want this framed on my wall. I can't wait. Like I said, this is going to be a huge comic book that's going to be coming out. So I can't wait for this thing. Everything else, like I said, is just kind of icing on the cake. But this right here, nothing comes close to the hype for this book. So yeah, but anyways, I think I've rambled on long enough. What do you think of the 2023 October DC Comics solicitations? Are you excited for them? What are you most anticipating? Like, come on, Justice League versus Godzilla vs. Kong. It's that and everything else. But if there's anything else you're really looking forward to, let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications, all of the fun stuff. And yeah, got some more comic book stuff coming up tomorrow, but I wanted to record this solicitation video first before I gotta go take care of something right now. But want to get this out the way, I'll upload it and then post it, and then we'll be pretty good to go. So anyways, post your comments down below. Talk to you tomorrow when I get to the this week's DC comic book reviews. It's going to be a lot of Night Terror stuff, and I think there's another Godzilla comic book I got to cover. But look forward to all that fun stuff. All right. Well, that is all that I have to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.